Yeah, better day by day. Should I tell you the process of installation? We are going to visit. Okay. So installation process, it will take some time, but I will say it in last. Okay. How to install it from. For you guys, it will be the correct version because the Creative Cloud version or paid version is too much pricey, too much costly. So let's jump to the PPT. Photoshop, where pixels becomes art. Today, I'm going to make you the pixel wizard, or in upcoming classes, you are going to be a pixel wizard. Okay, you have to play with the pixels always. So let me introduce you the photo. I picked this photo for an example. Let's zoom the photo in. I just zoomed a little bit. This much zoom is possible on your phone too. Okay, but when I zoom too much, maybe this much zoom is also possible in some phones, but this much is not possible. You can see the pixels clearly. Every pixel, there are millions of pixels, and every pixel you can see here. Okay. So although this is the zoom, I can zoom it more because it's just I can make not more uh, whatever. So what much zoom Photoshop can do? Anyone know that? What much zoom Photoshop can do in any photo? How much zoom Photoshop can do? Any idea? Okay. So it is 12,800%. 500%, no, it's 12,800%. Photoshop can zoom. It's too high. You can see every pixel and you can change every pixel. So when you change in little bit in pixel by pixel, then photo is going to be more beautiful. It will be very difficult to detect that it is changed. The pixel is changed when you change in that. Next slide. We are going to introduce with an interface Photoshop looks like interface, but I'm going to open the Photoshop because in PPT it's not possible to show you the everything. Okay, let's go to Photoshop. Wait something. So finally, Photoshop version of 2024 because currently I'm using Photoshop version of 2024. You guys don't need to use this version because this version has too much bugs and issues, but it's enough for introduce with the interface. Which okay, installation process, I would say which button is good for you. Okay, this is the basic interface of Photoshop when you open it fresh. So if anyone getting um, confused how seeing this much switch and buttons, this much interface, when I have first seen this, I just get what this is. Okay. So anyone getting amazed by this much switches and this much customizations, so seeing this. Okay. Okay. In this interface, you can see the left side, very left side. These are the basic tools we are going to use. We are starting from the move tool. This is the first. This is the move tool. I can move anything in this canvas, okay. But here is no photo here because so that we can't move. Let me put a photo here. Let's say, for example, let's put it this, put this, okay. The same photo I put it here. With the move tool, I can voice is okay. Is everyone getting the voice low? His response? Okay. Okay. Ashish, you should raise your volume in your device. Okay. So in this photo, we can. This is a basic move tool. This very basic. I'm just not going to show it very long because these basic tools you can understand your own. This is just moving any object, any layers, and this is the marquee tool, rectangle marquee tool. To mark anything on the photo, I just mark this, and I can then put the move tool, and you can move this portion of photo. But after marquee tool, you have marked this, and you can copy this portion. Okay, when you copy this portion, this time when I hide it, this portion is copied on other layer. Okay, how much I selected from the marquee tool. This is marquee tool for selecting how much you want to change or copy or anything. This is a marquee tool. Uh, you are like seeing there's a generative field coming here. Can you see that? Okay, this is the generative field. You might know that this is the generative field. This is the generative field which is Adobe use for Firefly, the new generative field. It's amazing, but I will teach you in later classes. It's very useful. It's like reduce my work 10 to 20 to 40 times. Reduce my work time. How much efficient this tool is. Whenever I select and this pop-up come here, and I can type here anything, it will change it to that. Okay, make head red. You want me to hit the generative field? Okay. For you, I am doing this for an example. It's not in the basic part, but for your request, I am doing this. I can change it by the finding a red hat image and putting this on the girl's head and step by step. It will take very long because the composition, color composition here it is. I have to match with that. This will take very long. The blurriness in background, I have to match with that. So genetic field comes here and works too much, too good. Make the head red. Okay. Let the firefly do this. It will take time. And this is amazing. You can say, but in just little bit time, it's proper. Like it's accurate. You can see the shadows, the composition, the color matching. It is AI tool, head of AI tool, AI generative field, and you can call it Firefly, what is free for everyone in Adobe Firefly. in different names, same work. Okay. It make it red. Ridiculous. It did not change this. This version. This version is perfect. This is more good. This is better. This is better than first one. Okay. So for your request, I have done this, but let me introduce the other tools. Okay. Yes, sir. If you're getting any doubt, you can unmute and say.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. I even ask
Hi.
which version of Photoshop are you using?
I have told in the first. This is the Photoshop 2024 new launch.
2020. Oh, the latest version. Is it a
Okay.
paid one?
It is the paid one.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, this generative feature is available in unpaid versions also or not?
Paid version is not available, but I think there is some uh, some cracker coders who can crack these codes and they can use the generative fill for free. But it will come in crack versions too, I think, but I will not say for sure. Okay. Because it takes your Adobe account and Adobe Creative to your cloud account. Okay, uploads into cloud, and then you can they gives you the feedback in image. It can possible. I was seeing that you know the Get into PC website. If it available for a cracked version, you can get it there. Okay,
Sorry?
so you know getintopc.com.
Yeah. Get into PC. Yes, I know.
Uh, if the crack generative field available for the cracked version, you will find it there.
Oh, if it's available, then it
Okay,
will be there.
because they are the most
Yeah, because
working.
they are the
They
first
try
to
to every.
cracks.
Uh, yes. Okay,
Thank you.
we can move it to the next. Thank you. Next is these are the basic. I can zoom it. These are the this is the first tool was move tool. Then it is the rectangular marquee tool. Okay, layers are the more. Let me introduce you the basic tools. Then I will go to the layers. Okay, you are right. Rotate down here. These are the after that I am just introducing with this class. In this is Photoshop, not the other things. Okay. In other classes, in the later classes, I will teach you everything step by step. You have to go step by step because very beginner. Okay. So I have introduced you the move tool for moving everything. You know the control Z is for undo, just undo it, and then you can come with the rectangular marquee tool. I have said you in rectangular marquee tool. Uh, in the where can you see the hello? Can you see the where my cursor is moving? Okay,
Yeah.
these are the tools when you select any tool, the properties of that tool you can see in that top section is the properties of the every tool. When you select any tool, the properties shows here. And work as you want. So when I choose rectangular marquee tool, there is a one box, then two boxes color, one box and white, one box and one box black. So these have different meanings. When you just choose one square box, you can select once. Just when selected, then when I select again, then previous selection is gone. Just for selecting just once. When you select, previous selection is gone. But when you change to the double sign, it you can add the selection for adding with the selection. The previous selection and which you are selecting now, those will get add. And uh, one white and one black, you can say, what can I say? This third one is subtract selection. Okay, for any rectangular or square selection, after you can subtract this much selection. Okay, I subtracted this much, you can subtract this much. For this tool is not that much helpful for me and for more other creators, because this tool is just square select square, and square selection is very less used for square selections, square rectangular selections. After this, we must use this selection. This is the, you can select it the pencil, like pencil you can select, you draw there and there will be selection. Uh, what you draw here, that will make the selection. Add the same one selection, previous selection gone, add selection will be added, and subtract selection will be subtracted. And this is the fourth one is exclusion selection. When you select selection, the the previous selection and the present selection, which part is, what can I say? This is like, say, you can do states in math. This there was intersection, and it is intersection of two selections. Okay, when you select one selection plus other selection, you can take intersection of two selections. It is not that you usable, okay, but there is the. After that, this is the most powerful tool. This is the AI version. I mean, this is the not AI, not, it's like detection version of tool. This is called automatic quick selections tools. Yeah, there are three quick selection tools. This is quick selection tool, this is object selection tool, and this is magic wand tool. There are different works. Quick selection tool, you can just, okay. And one thing I want to tell you, that for unselect everything, you have a selection there. I have the selection to this control D, yeah, all selection will be gone. Okay. Now I want to select the subject. You can select this quick selection tool and just it will select step by step. Budget. You can now in the third one you can subtract the selection. It will get subtracted, but taking time, more time. It is time to make fine selections. Trying to make a good selection. And after the quick selection, you have selected quick selection. You can see here select subject, select and mask. Okay. Select and mask. When you select subject, let me deselect all. Control D. Let me select it. Choosing this, when you select subject, the subject will be marked, but this is because of the red hat. I have this. Now selection is the good enough. This is the enough good selection. Some little bit is not there. This can be added on hat. This is the auto detecting tool in Photoshop, which can let you uh, let you select your subject very easily. You don't have to draw step by step to select the subject. Selection is very important. Everything you do in selection, you can change the background. You have to select the background first. You first select the background, then you change the background. You select the hat. You change the hat. You have to first select the hat. So I have, when I was changed the hat, you have seen I selected the hat first. Then moving, there are the object selection tool. Object selection tool does that. What does is when I selected object selection tool and put it on just here, you can see it selected the subject. By removing the head, it's just selecting the subject. When I put it in there, it's just selecting the head. So it detects the objects one by one. So if I want to select the watch, okay, first let me undo reset this. I want to select the watch and I just make a rectangle on the around side of the watch, and it will so it should select the watch, but it did not cast the watch properly. It is not object selection tool sometimes works too good, sometimes it's not that good, but you can use when it's working for you. So moving to the next, we have crop tool. This crop one I have selected the, let me undo this. Okay, this is the crop tool. When you in crop tool, you can click click the C, press C on your keyboard. Crop tool will appear, and you can crop the image. I'm the cropping the image. It's a basic. Every phone has this tool. Every editing software has this tool. Just for example, I just cropped this in this. This is very basic. I don't want to describe this. The frame tool, everything in frame. I can't. For this, I have to shoot another photo, but some portion from a photo to other photo. I will tell you the this tool later because I don't. This is a color picker tool. You want to pick any color in any image, you can pick it there. This is a color picker. Changes the color. To pick the color you want to brush. Let me. This is a brush tool. You can think as a your normal painting brush, or this is here you can find brush tool, pencil tool, mixer brush tool. This is the brush. Pencil like is it's very, you can see the it's not the high, it's too low stroke, so it's called pencil. But this is the eraser tool to erase everything. You draw here. Brush and eraser is like you have used in Microsoft. This is a basic brush and eraser tool. Okay. Take the gradient here. There are multiple gradients here. Okay. This is the Photoshop class you should know because before you joining you have seen there was this was Photoshop. Okay. The gradient tool works like this. Just you can draw and just after making it light and soft and see this, I'm just lowering the opacity a little bit changer. This is the gradient tool. We use gradient tool for lighting very much. You can multiple gradient. You can make multiple gradients. More version, the new launch. You can blur anything or sharpen everything. In this section, there are three tools: blur tool, mask tool. Mask tool, like it's okay. I should show you the example. In blur tool, you can just blur a photo. I making a photo making the strength high. It is getting blurred. Okay, photo is getting blurred. But we don't use blur tool because there in this section you can see filters. Okay, in filters you can see too much blur customization. So we don't use the blur tool because we have too much options in blur gallery and blur filters in blur. So it's useless tool like me for me. I don't use blur tool often. Then this is the sharpen tool. If anything is quite blurred, you can try to sharpen that. But sharpen tool don't work that good. You can sharpen the image using other techniques because these tools don't we creators don't use these tools very often. Just smart tool we use sometimes, but other tools not we don't use because there are other options for that tool. The smart tool works like that. See this? It's just moving the getting a blur plus uh, what can I say? When a car runs, the heaviness comes. So this smart tool make you the object hazy and so see the so that your object is moving like and in on that case we use the smart tool for the after that this is the dodge tool burn tool. So we don't use the dodge tool or burn tool. We use the curves for alternative. Dodge tool does what does is you can see that it makes the brighter spots bright or any spot brighter. Okay, I'm just using the uh, making the spots brighter. That customizable because after you do anything, you just can do the undo button. It will be if you use cards instead of this dot tool, you can you will have control over every little dodging and burning. Dodging burning like making the things more black or more darken. See this? It is making it more darken. Dodging is more brighter. Okay. After that, we have the pen tool. Uh, you might have seen this tool in another softwares. In other softwares, you might have seen this tool, pen tool. Also available in other phone softwares. This is for making selection. This for and I have because it's too much tough tool now because we have now quick selection tool in before later in previous versions of Photoshop like Photoshop CS6. On that versions we mostly use this pen tool because there was not any quick selection tool. Quick selection tool uh, make our works too easy. So pen tool is not that easy for using. In that pen tool, there are multiple options. Okay, for adding or subtracting. But I'm not going to respect the pen tool because it's too tough for the starting. Next, there's the text tool. Text tool is very interesting because with text you can make your photo more amazing. The typography is too much important in any poster, any banner poster. Typography is very important. The typography skill and how you type your words, the style, the font you choose, it make your poster or banner more beautiful. Next, moving towards the this is a basic rectangle to ellipse tool. Just make an rectangle here. The color you choose before, it will make it will make a rectangle on that color. It's very useless. Next, we have the hand tool is just showing for moving the picture on the canvas. Okay, nothing more. And this is the search tool. This is a zoom tool. Zoom tool, you can use the zoom tool. Other than you can use the control plus or minus. Control plus or minus is more easy. Or you use control plus or minus. In every software you have used the control plus and control minus for zoom in and zoom out. So this button is not very usable. After that, this three dot means that edit toolbar. You can edit this toolbar as you want. Okay, I will teach this how to edit this, but you don't need to edit this toolbar. You can just uh, keep the blur tool in other section. There are every section, na. You can I just move the blur tool from this sections. You can just editing for the toolbar. So it's not that helpful for the beginning. After, if you use a particular tool very often, then you can edit this or so you can say I use remove tool too much. I just it's under this section. So for easy use, I can just move it from this and keep it out. So there will be remove tool separately. You can see the remove tool. It becomes separate from this group. Here is the group, and this is the remove tool. This remove tool was in this group before earlier. Okay, I just moved from the group separate, made it separate in this toolbar. We are done with the toolbar. Now I want to ask you anyone having any doubt in this toolbar section? Feel free to ask if you have any doubt in this toolbar section. I think you guys don't have any doubt on this toolbar section. And when you install, you just use these tools and you will learn. You can learn it on your own. Okay, it's very easy. The toolbar is not that tough. It's very easy, and I learned it on my own. Uh, so moving forward, let me introduce with the layers. Layers is the most important part in Photoshop. The layers you can use for making your photo. Layer, the layer is what making Photoshop more more what can I say, more good or stand out from other softwares. Layers have other multiple options. You can customize those layers. So before, so I want to ask you, what is layer? We can do everything with the layers, but step by step, do you know how to use what is layer? It's a digital sheet. You can say this. Before I have this white background, with just white background. After that, I have put this photo. This is the layer. This photo is a layer, and this background is white. This is a layer. Uh, when I off this layer, this eye, what is yours? When I off turned off the eye, layer is gone. I turn on and turn off for the layer. It is okay. Turn off this layer, you can see the background. Turn on the layer, you can see the photo. You can customize this layer. When I if here are the two options: opacity and fill. Opacity means how much you can see the layer. You can see through a layer. You can see the layer fully, and you can decrease the visibility of the layer. Okay. If I reduce the opacity, the visibility of this layer is becoming less, and the background is when it's zero, the when it's 100, the visibility of this layer is full. These are the layers. So which layer is uh, on top, that will show up on the top, which layer is under the sheet upon a sheet upon a sheet. Which sheet is on the top, you can see that sheet. And you can, in Photoshop, you can change the opacity of that sheet. Okay. In in case of this gradient, okay, if I change on, change an opacity, and the gradient is opacity is full. So after opacity, you can feel is like opacity, but there is two meanings for this, but works like same. Opacity and feel work like same. If I change the feel, opacity is like is gone. Visibility is full. Visibility is gone. Uh, this is that one. After that, you have there is the filters, basic filters. Okay, inside of opacity, and there you can say you will see the normal tuner. You can change it from the like color burn, linear burn. It's just changing the visibility of layer, changing the colors of the layer, variance of the layer. When you change through these filters, you can make it different types. There are different use cases of these filters. Okay, this filter is very useful. Linear burn, so like this, color burn like this, multiply when colors get multiplied, each one of them. I'm just giving you the introduction of this, and later on I will teach you the how this every filter will work. Okay, there every filter has the different work flow, work type, how the colors will change in different filters. We have seen these filters in some softwares in phone, editing softwares on phone. I think multiply, darken, the screen one is very used in video editing tools, color dodge and lighting. Overlay is used in every video editing tool software. It's very useful. Okay. Moving forward, we are done with layers. After layers, there is the channels. What channels means? Channels is there the the RGB. RGB is what when red, green, and blue mix up their colors. RGB, and there are 255 shades of red, 255 shades of green, and 255 shades of blue. And these three, 255 into 255 into 255, you can get the number of RGB colors. They are like I have forgot the colors, but you have to multiply 255 three times. You will get the number of colors in RGB. As you can see that this is the RGB select turned on there. If you off the RGB, you can't off the RGB. You can select red. You can say there you can see the saturation of reds. How much shades of reds there. You will not only selected. So you can only see the shades of the red. If you select green, you can only see the shades of the green. If you select shades of blue in that color photo, in the color regions, how much blue is there? Okay, in the hat there is like fully black, so there is no blue. Where is the white? So there is some much something blue. Where is the if the gray portion shows there, means that there is a blue something blue, little much blue is there. Yeah, where is white available? There is a too much blue. Okay, in green there is too much green, where is black, there is no green. In red, when I red selected, you can see the hat. I have turned the hat in red color, so here is full hat is like grayish. It's fully red. There is no other color. Okay. So after mixing this red, green, and blue, RGB comes up. This is the full image. How the colors look like. Did you get it? Channels is little complex. You guys did you understood it? Hello. Channels are little complex. Did you get it? Just you can just remind when every color red, green, and blue mixes up and give you the RGB, and then you only thing of in an image. Okay. Other side, if you just want to see the red, in channels you can see the red, and where is white, there is red. Where is black, when there is no red. Okay. If you if you choose green, where is black, there is no green. Where is white, there is green, and where is gray, there is little much green present. And this is nothing more, nothing other, nothing complex. I think anymore. Paths are like when you select anything with the pen tool, you save that selection that will show up here as a path. Okay. So when I teach the uh, pen tool, I will you will learn the path. What is path? Okay. In layers, you can see in the right down, right side bottom, right side bottom. There is delete, recycle bin. You can say recycle bin. This icon plus it's too small. Do you guys able to see this plus icon right bottom at the very right bottom? Hello, it's too small. I think can you able to see? Are you able to see this? Okay. This. Here in layers, there is plus icon. Just take it to the recycle bin. I just want to delete this one. I can just place delete on keyboard. It will get deleted. Either I just hold this and move to the recycle bin. It will get deleted. Okay. And this is the plus. This plus icon shows a new layer, blank layer. When you click it, a blank layer shows up, and you can do anything on that. A blank layer. This is a blank layer. I filled it the blank layer with this color. If I turn off the blank layer, everything as before. Okay, this blank layer is for adding anything you want to add on your own. Instead of your add on your photo, it's distractable. You can, if you draw on your photo, you want to delete this drawing, you have to erase step by step. Either if you add a layer, a new layer, this blank layer, this was blank layer, adding a blank, you can draw on it. If you turned off, that drawing is gone. Okay, so we use blank layer for this. File shows that you can group some layers. I want to group this one, this one, this one. There's pressing control. I selected these three, and when I click this file, this will make a group. You see, this is a group one, and under this, these three layers comes up. So to make layers in this tool, okay. And this icon shows for your filter. This this icon gives you the more layers. Like there is plenty of layers, solid color, gradient for other customizations. Okay, I will teach these layers later. After that, the important, most useful tool for, and my favorite tool is masking. Mask. This is a mask. This is a this may be get complex for you masking. Just introduce the masking for you. Later on, I teach more on the masking. If uh, if masking, you can see white here. Okay? If the masking is white, masking means everything in that layer. Every the layer is if the masking is white, the layer will show full. It's like opacity. Do that the full layer becomes low or high. But this masking you can make any portion low or high. Just if I want to remove the ad, if it black, this person black, this part black. Okay, let's see. The ad is removing. It means that if you make that mask black, this white person, how much portion you make black and how much portion in white, that will be keep the same. That will stay the same. And if you remove something, if you want to remove something, and that person will be removed. If you keep something that just draw that area with white. Okay. I see this is a lot of bugs in it's not working properly. Okay, just masking. Did you get the masking? How much portion you draw with black, that portion will be gone. How much portion in white, that much portion remains same. Okay, guys. So okay, this was more on masking. Masking is very useful, very too much useful. In every edit, you will use masking. So this was the introduction of every the interface. What is the interface means? Okay. So after the introduction interface, I'll show the basics of this file, edit, image, layer. These are the not useful that much, but when I will teach you the data. Next class, I will. Okay, so I'm closing the interface. Now I want to. Okay, next, moving on. Thank you, everyone. Before beginning a question answer session, you can ask anything. Okay, about Photoshop. Feel free to ask any questions. After this, we will let you know the UI UX class next week. After that, I will take another class of Photoshop. Okay. Any other questions, please? We are getting out of time. You can unmute yourself and ask. I recommend material. Okay, YouTube and you can search Pixim Perfect. Okay, Pixim Perfect, the best creator of India who represent India in global level. In, in globally, he represents our India as have gone into photo Adobe for multiple times. He have given lecture in Adobe Photoshop in Adobe. Okay, so just search Pixim Perfect by Umesh Dinda. Is a guy in Mumbai. Very, I just I got inspired from him. I can write it. So this is Pixim Perfect. Pixim Perfect. Yes, yes, Pixim Perfect. Yes. Prashant, yes. Pixim Perfect. You can follow the channel. There's the basics. You can see that basic playlist. Basics. After that, when you can ask me in the photo editing group if you have any doubt or you getting any complexity in something. You can ask me there in that group. Tagging me. Okay. If you don't have any questions, okay, thanks. In conclusion, in conclusion, I just introduced you with the Photoshop interface. No, but just remind one thing: Photoshop is a playground. Okay, take it as a playground, a digital playground. Too much enjoying if you start experimenting. Experiment your own. Just click that button. Do this, do that. Okay, just experiment. What happens? You learn more. Every every mistake and you will learn the tool more. Just don't hesitate. It's okay. Mistakes teach you more than the step-by-step guide. You can see the step-by-step guide from YouTube and anything. You will not make anything on your own. You learn more. Keep reminder. It's a reminder like unlock your inner artist with Photoshop. Just you can unlock it. For every mistake is a masterpiece in progress. Okay, in Photoshop is a masterpiece in progress because I have learned from mistakes. Even any creators I have I know mistakes. So this is for so much. Thank you so much for this session. You guys so good audience for me. Session I don't know how much I'm good in delivering it because I'm it was my first lecture. Okay, so I don't know how much I'm given it to you. I don't think my lecture is so good now, but I think it will